Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see a matchup of elite linebackers, each with Super Bowl rings. It's Clay Matthews and Von Miller.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First carry for Amir Abdullah. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On play action, now Bortles. Flush to his right. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cliff Averill in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Shotgun now for Bortles. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, it's Foreman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Foreman. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the 1st down.
His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw again, Cohen. And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Bortles going to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Foreman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Third down now following the run. From the gun, Cohen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Throwing on first down, Cohen. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Operating from the gun, Cohen. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Off the bootleg, Cohen. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And his kick is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Adoree Jackson on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now it's the former Bronco. This is C.J. Anderson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well,
and the Broncos get there and take him down. Khalil Mack coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cohen. couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Whitney merciless. Coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 28. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Cohen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A good pickup there at 22. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19.
In motion, James, the tight end. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They run it again with Anderson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Hurry up, here we go. No. Back there, not Philly. Here we go. Let's go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Cohen. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they begin the drive with a duel. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, 8. Again, it's Abdullah. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Denver. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's second down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Off play action. Cohen dancing to his left. And Sanders has got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, Cohen. And fights it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
All right, here we go. No. Jack, Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go now.
Throwing on first down. Cohen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Khalil Mack. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On second down, here's Bortles. And that is incomplete here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go now. Blue, Blue.
On second down, Anderson. C.J. Anderson, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. C.J. Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now Bortles throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles going deep for Diggs. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They start the drive with Anderson, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Again, Anderson, and an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
10th carry now for Anderson. Knocks him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Cohen. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hurry up, Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now a play fake here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Humphries, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to run it with Abdullah. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Bortles. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Bortles. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on 4th down? Let's see. Now Bortles got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys have taken the lead there late. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Handoff comes to Anderson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. Oh, nice move. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's go. Detroit.
They give it to Anderson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now Anderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One final try now for Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.